So in fractions 3, we're going to touch a little bit more upon how we deal with multiplying fractions by numbers and decimals. That isn't what we've already covered in fractions 2. The example we're trying to give is questions such as 5 times a quarter, a half times by 4, or more complicated questions such as 0.3 times by a seventh. How we deal with these sort of questions. So starting off with 5 times a quarter, what we always need to remember is that when we just see a whole number, we can always envision it as a fraction. We need to think of 5 really as 5 over 1. Why can we do this? Well, think about what a fraction actually means. A fraction is just another way of writing a division. So what is 5 over 1? That's exactly the same as saying 5 divided by 1. And what we know, if we divide anything by 1, we end up exactly where we started. It's just equal to 5. So switching the number 5 to 5 over 1 is really just a trick to allow us to be able to keep dealing with this as normal fraction multiplication. So, with that being said, we treat 5 over 1, 5 is 5 over 1. That allows us to answer the question as 5 times 1 is 5, 1 times 4 is 4. That gives us 5 fourths, which logically makes sense. We had 5 lots of 1/4, 5 fourths. And the same goes again for this second question. This 4 really we'll treat it as, it's just the same as the first one but turn it around. We'll treat this as 4 over 1, and again it allows us to continue our multiplication. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2. 4 over 2, which is equal to 2. Remembering that this is division still, so if you divide top and bottom by 2, this simplifies to 2 over 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself just the number 2. Or you could have spotted at this point here, 4 divided by 2 is just 2. Now we get the more tricky example, 0.3 times the seventh. So we even need to turn our fraction into a decimal and then do decimal multiplication. But a faster method is to turn our decimal into a fraction. So what is 0.3 as a fraction? Well, we go back to what we talked about earlier, which is we talked about this in percentages, which is we convert the decimal number into a percentage, then convert it back to a fraction, and then it's fraction multiplication. So 0.3, which you should watch the percentages videos in order to understand what we're doing here. We instead say that 0.3 is equal to 30%. So this is 30% times by 1/7. And then we convert the 30% into a fraction. So 30% is 30 over 100 times by 1/7. So times these two together give us 30 over 700. 30 over 700 we can divide both by 10 to give us 3 over 70, which is the answer for that question. So let's practice some more. So, do you want to give this a try? 2/5 divide by 0.4. Pause the video and give this one a shot. So, what do we have here? Well, we have a decimal here. So first of all, if we can go in there, let's get this into a fraction. So 0.4 is the same as 40%, and that is the same as 40 over 100. And then we're going to make our lives a little bit simpler and simplify this down. So instead of 40 over 100, we're going to say that this is 2/5 by dividing both top and bottom by 20. This method, watch the percentages videos in order to learn how to do this quickly, and you'll see the benefits of being able to do this. So now we have this as 2/5. Instead, replace the 0.4 with the 2/5 we worked out from here. And now it's 2/5 divided by 2/5. So flip the second fraction, then multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 over 10, just the number 1. Okay, and another one for you to practice. So 0.65 times by 1/8. Yeah, pause the video and give this one a try. Okay, let's see if we get the same answer. So 0.65, that needs to become a decimal first. So over here, let's work it out. 0.65 is the same as 65%, which is 65 over 100. Can we make this number a little bit simpler before doing this next stage of multiplication? Yes, we can. So we can divide both by 5. So this is going to give us 13 over 20. So that's as simple as I can go. 13 is a prime number and 13 doesn't fit into 20, so you know that's it. So this is 13/20 times by 1/8. And now we just multiply through. 1 times 13 is 13. 20 times by 8, so 2 8s is 16, plus 0 is 116. And there you go, that's the answer for this one.